Hello, I'm Brent Stafford, and this is the weekly market wrap-up, brought to you by Crush the Street and Viral Network News. The markets got off to an early start this week, but by the middle of the week, the record-breaking run-up in equities came to a halt. Are the markets taking a breather, or something more sinister lying in the woods? Let's find out. The U.S. equity sector fell flat Thursday, with the major three indices posting an average loss of 0.4% against Wednesday's close. This after both the Dow and S&P 500 broke records on Tuesday. The end of the week drop is the first sign over the last 4 weeks that not everything may be rosy, since the market slide came after what should have been positive news that the Federal Reserve is putting a hold on QE tapering for the immediate future. Joining us is Josh Animoto, Senior Technical Analyst for CrushTheStreet.com. He's going to help us better understand this. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Josh, the Street expected the Fed to keep stimulus measures, including its $85 billion a month bond buying program, intact, which they did on their Wednesday announcement. So what happened to the markets?
Yeah, this was very surprising. The markets were expecting the Fed to put taper off the table and continue with their QE, and that's exactly what the Fed gave everybody, yet the market started to pull back, and I believe that the markets will continue to pull back because the underlying economy is just not strong enough to sustain the crazy valuations that we've been seeing in the equities.
Do you think there's a bubble in play?
I believe so. I think there is a huge bubble that's been forming, and we're about to pop. Hard to say exactly when, but there's just no way when so many other factors within the economy, such as the poor jobs growth curve, these are not factors that can sustain a huge run up in the equities like we've seen.
Yeah, Josh, I can agree with that. And I'd like to add that I think one of those factors weighing heavy is the tremendous damage done to the U.S. credibility as a result of the government shutdown and debt ceiling cliffhanger. I'll be talking about that one for a while. Well, thanks for your insight today, Josh.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk currencies. There was some good news in the Forex markets. The U.S. dollar index finally closed above the 80 level after several weeks of underperformance. While some may interpret this as a positive for the underlying economy, there's still much more road to travel for the index to regain its summer highs. The dollar-yen pair was rising throughout much of this week, although some pullback occurred Thursday due to reports of falling wages in the Japanese labor market. The euro-dollar pair finally came under pressure after posting two-year highs last week, due mostly to a stronger dollar. Well, that's it for currencies. Let's turn now to winners and losers and our picks for the week. The winner for this week is Silver Spring Networks, Inc., ticker symbol SSNI. SSNI shares were up based on outperforming numbers provided by a preliminary unaudited financial report. Last month, Goldman Sachs upgraded the smart grid systems maker to a buy, citing their expansion efforts into emerging markets. While the future certainly looks bright, we also have to keep in mind that their IPO was in March of this year, making an investment a high-risk, high-reward opportunity. Things are not pretty at Avon. The makeup company is our loser for this week, ticker symbol AVP. Avon plunged nearly 22% from yesterday's close due to an ugly earnings miss. Avon Products reported $5.5 million in net loss, or 1 cent per share. The Street expected profits of $48.8 million and 12 cents per share earnings, which it turned out to be a huge miss. CEO Sherry McCoy stated that the quarter was a tough one, citing macroeconomic headwinds. The pain may not be over yet, as Avon's top-line revenue has been underperforming against prior quarters, and on an annualized basis, the margins are declining. Well, those are our winners and losers for this week. Now we want you to weigh in. You tell us in the comment section below what company you think is the top pick and the stinker for the week. Finally, let's turn to precious metals, which had a rocky week. Gold extended short-term losses on Thursday, setting new lows for the week. The yellow metal came under pressure following Wednesday's Fed policy statement. While market players expected the Fed to hold steady on the policy, the gold market reacted as if tapering were in the offing. Palladium had difficulty breaking above the $750 resistance barrier, as the same pressures weighing down gold and silver also took its toll on the industrial metal. Based on the uncertainties within the market, palladium may enter a tight consolidation range before making a strong directional move. And that wraps it up. Thanks again so much for joining us for another weekly market wrap-up. Before you head out for the weekend, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and Twitter. For Viral Network News and Crush the Street, I'm Brent Stafford.